I gotta say something. My last video, I said I was gonna bring two what ifs. That being, what if Naruto was Obito and Ren's son, and this one, what if Naruto was a hyuga. That was until I came up with the new what if. What if Naruto left the Hidden Leaf Village? But that's another what if that is gonna be going on in this channel. With that being said, well, the intro. So, we see a man with long black hair and Byakugan with a robe with says Minato on it, and a long red-haired a woman with really long red hair and pink eyes, holding a baby with black silky hair, with white eyes just like his father, and that boy is Naruto. And the now Minato would be smiling as the long red haired woman Kusina would cry out of happiness, and only for the happiness to end as a man appears and grabs Naruto and puts a kunai to his face, only for Minato to kick him and grab his baby back. With this masked man able to get a explosion seal on the baby's small cloak holder, and it would blow up, exploding the building that they were in, as Minato would jump through a window so the explosion doesn't affect Kusina, his wife. And while this is happening, this masked man would make a clone, and that clone would then try to start the extraction of Kusina, as she is the holder of the 9 tails, which makes her the 9 tails Jinchuriki. And the real version of this masked man starts to fight this Hyuga as he activates the Byakugan and lose 64 palms, as all his attacks go straight through him, only for them to run at each other, him throwing a kunai at him, and him saying, "As for the 4th Hokage, you're very weak." As Minato would disappear while Sharingan him, beating him, as Naruto, he would then disappear with Naruto, pressing him down, and starts to make the Reaper Death Seal, trying to seal the 9 tail inside of Naruto. As Kusina would notice, he would tell Minato that's a death wish, as Chroma starts to attack, and instead of killing the baby, Minato jumps in the way, and then Kusina does as well, as Minato tells her to move, but she doesn't, and they both die, as the 9 tail gets his orbs into Naruto. And yes, Kushina will tell her that it's natural to take a liking to girls and to grow up to be a great hyuga, as that's what he is. So he's half hyuga, 75% hyuga and 25% Uzumaki. So yes, time skip. Naruto is now 6, and he's training Hinata, and this boy, it has long, silky, black hair, and same clothes as Neji, but all black, and a girl with very short hair, and same eyes as this boy. That girl being Hinata and the boy being Naruto. Now Naruto would be just like Neji, but even more emo-ish, as he not only is getting stoned out by the Hyuga, but also by the entire village, and he hates the Hyuga for their rules. So yes, Naruto is just walking to his regular training part, as he trains his Byakugan as well, doing the 60 his rotation on all the chakra logs there, and so he's doing a regular daily training until he sees a girl. This girl name would be Hayaka, and she would walk up to Naruto asking him where any good restaurants, or as she is just coming from her clan compound, and she's really never left that place, as she used to be Tobirama's Senju's great granddaughter, being Tsunade's sister, no, cousin, and Naruto would bless and say, what's your name? And she would say, oh, my name is Kayama. What Kayama Senju? And Naruto would eyes would widen and say, you're Tobirama's granddaughter, great granddaughter. As she would say, yeah, I am. As and she would look at him and say, those eyes, you're a Hyuga. As he would say, yeah, I am. As they would, she would put her hand out and say, would you like to be my friend? No, what's your name? Oh, my name is Naruto. As she would say, well, Naruto, Hyuga, would you like to be my friend? And he would say yes, as they would shake hands, and Naruto would say, oh yeah, by the way, you can, this is best restaurant in the village called Iraku Ramen. You want to go with me? As he was just gonna go there, and she would say, heck yeah, I love ramen. As Naruto and her would walk to this ramen, and once they walk in, the old man would see Naruto with a date, and he would with a girl, and he would say, oh, Naruto, you finally got a date. As Naruto would blush a lot and say, it's not like that, I just met her. As he would start to laugh, and as they would make the daily noodles, Naruto would get his daily noodles, and so yeah, that's what they ate. And Kaya, not Kaya, she would Kaya is just a present for another what if that I'm making. It's not it's not a what if I'm already doing. It's not a what if that I told you about, as I don't want to spoil it, as that's top info only my group knows about. I'll give the link to my group for a later video, as that group is secret. There's only me, Anime Explains, not my side account, but like an actual 1K YouTuber, another one of my friends, 2 people, I don't really know, because they just joined not too long ago. I believe it was your anime what ifs, and the other dude was I can't remember the other. I'm pretty sure it was Haku of the Mist, but I don't think it was. But yeah, I'll give you a link to that group. That group. In that group we just like, it's kind of like Soloto's, the group he used to be in, STDF5. It's kind of like that, but it's not like we don't play games like that. We play games, but like we're just all about like Naruto, what ifs and stuff. I'll get the link to the group like later on in another video. But yes, with all that being done and said, I'd want to say, is they would leave, and, Naruto would say, I have to go back to my, house, as he has to, as him and Neji have to, go with Hinata to help her do something. Okay, that's yes, I'm doing that Momoshiki thing when I want to spoil the point, like it was coming to point. Yeah, I'm doing that again. What channel? I'm always doing that. This is the second time I did that, because I ain't gonna tell you who the Kyle is. I keep doing that. Oh my god. I don't realize how much I leave y'all hanging like that. Oh my god. Okay. But yes, by the way, it is nothing like you think it is. I promise. Okay? That did not happen. As Dake would get back, and Neji would be very tired, as Naruto and Neji were sparring outside, while Hinata and her father were inside. In the okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna leave y'all guys hanging that. I'll tell you what they was, but I'm not telling you why they was there. They was inside the clan's meeting, so like the Uchiha clan, because that didn't happen yet. All the other clans and so Neji was tired, and Naruto didn't have a mark on him, but Neji was bruised up, and so they went back to the Neji Hyuga compound, as them two, Neji and Naruto, would be used as bodyguards for Hinata, as her father, I forgot his name, would go ahead, and he would disappear, body flickering back as he wanted Naruto and to get stronger. So he could use him to defeat that Sasuke, as they're both the heir of the clan. Hinata is not the heir of the Hyuga clan. Naruto is, because he's a main branch. As Minato was the clan leader until he died, and so now he was. But yes, and Naruto would get back to his house, and he would grab his book, and hold up. As Naruto would grab his small book called Beasts of the Olympus, hashtag Gods of the North. So Beasts of the Olympus, Gods of North. As this book would Naruto would read this book, and he would open the page and say, hold up. Naruto would open the book, and he would read the page that he was on, the first page, as he just got this book from the library, as Naruto always goes to the libraries, but to buy little books for ninjutsu and chakra wizards for to train his Byakugan, until he saw a very interesting book by a dude named Jiraiya, by a dude named Toyama Hyuga, as it would be a Hyuga, so Naruto would want to read it. So yes, he would open and say, Chapter 1, Stranger. A demon secretly breathed out of sight of relief as he waved farewell to his teacher. The central headed up down the steep road of Mount Panera. Tywin carried a long bundle in his arm that was crooning. A growing baby hyuga was all cured now, so he was taking her home to her parents. At last, Demon could finally get on with a full day of quiet studying, babysitting, and decided he was very tiring job. He much preferred working after his beasts. However, Tywin was liked him to write up his notes on each case. First of all, Demon put on his pink-tinted opticals and got out the beautiful red and gold leather journal that goddess Athena had given to him for saving the phoenix. He sucked on the end of his quill. For a moment he then began to form careful letters on the page as the pink light of dawn lit up the cave. Babies, however, how to look after them, he wrote But before he could go down, another word, there was a whooshing sound outside the cave, a wisp of multicolored white snakes, and taped him on the shoulder. "That's Fawn Byron in his troubles again," said Iris, goddess of the rainbow. "Hop in. You needed back at the stables." This time Demon's sight was loud and impatient. It was much longer he expected to teach his brain's new assassin all the stuff he needed to know about the stables of the gods. Naruto reading this would be very confused, as he would be like, "Demon?" As soon as he said demon, a portal, he would go to a portal screaming as he would go flying down, landing at this tree type thing, and this tree would have marks of the same person who made that book. As Naruto would see remember the hand signs from the first thing, like the intro of the book. As when he opened it, he saw what's the hand signs. He would read it, and the door would open. He would go in. He would see a certain thing. This thing would be a sort of non-see-through cup with a lid on it. It was metal. Once he picked it up, he opened it. He saw something very traumatizing. He saw 2 Byakugans. Not any Byakugan. These Byakugans were special Byakugans. These Byakugans were green. As Naruto would grab them, and he would some person would look like a demon would pop up and say, "Someone finally found the legendary Byakugans." As he would look at the demon, he would say, "You're the demon from that book." As he would say, "Yes, indeed, I am." As he would then make sure Naruto couldn't move, pull out his Byakugans, and Naruto would be screaming as he would put the green Byakugan inside of him, which also be called as the Beast Byakugan. And Naruto would now be as the demon, Naruto would pass out, and the demon would make another portal and say, "Bye bye, as you are the Beast Hyuga. You will destroy the Uchiha Senju and even the Atsuki clan." As Naruto would wake up back in his room with green eyes, as Hinata would run in and see Naruto's green eyes, as she would freak out. So I'm gonna read this off here, and if you enjoy this so far, I'm glad you do. As the next part will be 5 likes. So 0 likes. With all that being done and said, peace out.